Hello, today my hands will speak to you because I will be showing a lot, and I decided that this setup would be better because today I would like to show you my beaded projects. I mean those that do not have any cross stitch, any floss stitches, but only beads. And I decided to record this video because recently I watched a video by a lady named Shelley Lewis, and her channel is the Stitching Colorist. You can find it. And she bought a kit that was supposed to be fully beaded. So it had a printed canvas with a pre-printed picture, and there were beads, and so she was not quite sure what to do, whether she needs to bead by color or how. So, and yeah, I haven't seen a lot of those kind of stitching, I mean with beads only on Flosstube, but in my country it is readily available and very popular, and a lot of companies propose such kind of kits, a different kind of, and I'm going to show you what I have and basically what kind of fully beaded projects can be. And I don't know, maybe someone decide to also try them. I think that some of them can be found on Etsy, or you can even convert a cross stitch pattern to beaded pattern. Okay, so first of all, I would divide such kind of projects by categories. First, by material you are beading on, and there could be, for example, like these ones. These ones are made on a wooden form that is perforated. So basically you have a form with already pre-done holes, so that's kind of Aida, right, but on a wood. And you bead row by row, not by colors, but you just go row by row and pick up the bead you need. So I have like a set of Eastern stand-ups. They have, let me grab, they have a base with a hole where you can put them and they will stand by themselves. So first is wooden projects on the wood. Then you can have them on plastic. For example, I have this kit of a butterfly. So here this canvas, it's on transparent plastic, and it also has holes that corresponds the pattern, how the beads will lie on them, on it. And this kit goes with all needed beads and needle and fishing line, because this one is uses the transparent floss so that it is not visible on this transparent form, and it has a pattern you should follow, the key and everything. So this is the second one, and I will show you a couple of already done. Sorry for the noise. So I have a box full of them. I did a lot, as you can see. They're all different kind, these butterflies, and there was a period that I was obsessed with them, and I did quite a lot. So as you can see, the the floss, this fishing line is almost not visible on the back because it is transparent. So yeah, quite a lot of them. I could show them maybe an hour, for an hour. Yeah, so that is the second kind of materials you can bead on. And then of course fabric. So for example, I have this one, and this is something similar to what Shelley had. Not this way, this way. So this is a Christmas wheel, and it is made on a fabric. And basically what this fabric had, it had a printed pattern on it, and you just, that's like a Chinese, you know, Chinese pre-printed canvas, but on those then you wash them and the paint disappears, but on this one it stays, like it's permanent print out on the fabric. I cannot see what you can see. Can you see it? Okay, this way. So, and this one, for example, this is how it comes. This is not beaded, not stitched yet. So as you can see, you have like the printed how do we call it? Yeah, the printed canvas or base, and you bead according to the colors, according to the key. So yeah, this is this one, and kind of similar, but on a bit different kind of fabric. So this is not actually a fabric, this is a canvas for that artists, painters use. It is stiff, it is very harsh, and it is hard to work on it, but the result would be very beautiful. I like the pictures, so there are pumpkins and a blanket. I just started it and then gave up because it is really hard to your fingers, because this fabric is very stiff, and you need to in order to go through this fabric you need to pressure, and it hurts your fingers. So I did quite a small start and then gave up. And another one, you won't see basically the kind of fabric because it is already fully finished, but this month the fabric was like a plush. It was a bit fluffy, and it is two-sided, so you do both sides and then sew it together. I have a pumpkin, I have a leaf, this one and this one, and I made a little hanger so you can hang them. They are very nice to touch, you know, very, very satisfying. I like to hold them in my arms and play with them. So, and all this that I just shown you on the fabric, they were pre-printed, so you have a pattern on your fabric and you just follow it. And a bit different thing is stitching, beading on a plain fabric without any pre-printed pattern. I already shown this in my very first YouTube video, and I won't be able to show the whole thing right now because it is very huge, but just for you to have an idea. So this is basically just a plain even weave. It is a 25 count, and 25 is the best for such big and fully cover it with beads project, because even 28 would be not enough. Even though, for example, in Mill Hills you use 14 count paper, but it is not fully beaded. When you have all around all beads, they will not fit. So as you can see, can you see actually? Yeah, so I just pick up a page, I put this pattern in a pattern keeper, and I follow, and I can mark off what I've already done. So I take a page and then go just line by line, and so what I do, I actually pick up a bead of a corresponding color, and I bead it with a half stitch. Then I check the pattern what the next bead is in this row, and so on and so on, and I go row by row like that, and then go to another page and I'm doing page by page. It is also very, very satisfying to touch, you know, like the beaded surface. It's very nice to touch. And this kind of patterns, there are several designers here in Ukraine that creates those full coverage patterns. And what is special with them, so when you do it in beads, they have different structure, right? You have a more matte ones, you have a transparent ones, you have a shiny ones. They have a different structure, and in addition to a color, using and playing with those different kind of beads, it creates a 3D effect, very interesting. So you can, with it you can show that something on the back, or you can add like a fog, or so you know, a different structure of the picture that you are doing, and that's very interesting. For example, here on red piece, you can see that it uses different kind of red beads. Some of them are with the metallic inside, some of them are just transparent, and so on. That's very interesting. Maybe I will try to insert or put here a short video of their page on Facebook, this specific designer, and it is, I think, the most popular in Ukraine. The name of the page is Nuance. You can check, they have a lot of different partners, but of course we do not use Mill Hill or similar beads. We usually use Czech beads. They are much more cheaper. The brand calls Preciosa. I'm not sure you will be able to read here. It comes either pre-packed with those packages, or I think that different shops, or online shops or offline shops, they just bought in bulk and then they put in just in a zip packages. So these Czech beads are much more affordable, maybe, I don't know, from 5 to 10 times cheaper than Mill Hill. And we use them. What else will you need? The floss, right? So we use this kind of floss. It is not cotton, it is like I don't know how to call. They are not natural, but they are very, very sturdy, and they will hold beads nicely. There are a lot of also different kind of those bead floss for beads, these ones, or they can go in different colors. This one is green, or for example this one is black. And for this project I even bought a big bobbin of the floss because it uses a lot. So yeah, that's all about the material you can bead on. Then I would say that there are two techniques for beading. For example, this one and the ones on the wood. For example, let me show you my in progress my whip. So this one on the wood, where you have just straight lines, and it creates the picture. This is similar to what you are doing with mill heel, for example. So you just do half across, and you, let me maybe quickly show you. So I have a needle with a floss, and what I basically do for this, because they will be covered with back, I don't care about the back, to be honest. So I just do a knot at the end and then go under the previous stitches on the back to tight. And I hope you can see, because I cannot see. Let me check. Basically, can you see something? I think yes. So yeah, you go through the hole and then you check the pattern. And yeah, I usually also use these organizers for beads, and I put all the colors according to the key in these organizers. For example, right here you have numbers and ordering numbers and numbers of beads that actually corresponds to these numbers of these preciosa check beads. And then I check according to the pattern which one I need to put next, and in this case I need number let me see, 20. Okay, and yeah, this one they can go in several layers. I have two here, but for this organizer I also have the third layer. I just don't need it for this project, but in case of need, for example, for this kitten, I have a very big organizer. So you pick up a bead according to the key on your needle, and then you go with the half cross, and in this way you put your bead. Then you go again to the, in this case I go to the right top corner. Let's check to pull the floss, and then okay, another 20. But if there is another color, I will just grab another color. Yeah, and in this way you go to the end, and then you come back, and in this way you just cover all the pattern. And these organizers can be really, and they are magnet, right? And I have actually the top for it. I just didn't grab it. And they, if you use only several colors for a smaller project, they can go like very small ones like this one for 4 cells, and they can be with a single layer, this one with a transparent top, as you can see. So yeah, and similar here, just row by row, and according to the pattern you can bead. But then there are some cases when you bead not row by row, but in different directions. For example, like for these butterflies, as you can see, there is no straight rows. It just goes whatever needs to create these patterns on the wings. And here, so here, as you can see, I don't know if you can see, what can I do here? Maybe something like that. So you have lines that goes in different directions there, weavy and go this way and then this way. For this ones, and also here, also as you can see, these berries, they go in a round circle. And these leaves also, there is no straight lines, and for such cases you use a back stitch actually. So again, let me maybe show you, and I will use the beads from my dragon, it doesn't matter. So these beads do not go for this butterfly, but just for demonstration, right? And in this case I do not do knots on the back, because I want for this one, since the back won't be covered with anything, I want it to be like neat. So what I do, first I pull the thread and leave a small end on the back. Then I put a bead and go one hole back, like I do the back stitch. And then to tie the floss on the back, I do a loop, and I go through the loop with the end, like you do the knot, right? So this is a knot about to be done. You can see, so here you're about to do a loop, a knot, and then you go through this loop with your needle, and then you tie it. That's it. It is very it is like tightened, and it will stay there. Then you go like with a back stitch. So you go, or this maybe not a back stitch, but maybe this is a running stitch, I don't know. So you go to the next hole, up front hole, the next one, you grab a bead, and you then go back to the previous hole. And in this case you create a line of beads, whatever direction you need, again and back. So this is how this kind of beading is done. And then you just need to think about your row, how you will go to utilize, to create the most efficient way, right, to follow these lines. So this is another technique. What else? Needles. Sometimes you need, of course, you need a beading needle. Sometimes you need a sharp one if you are doing on a fabric, so that you can go through the fabric easily. But for example, for wooden projects, or for this on the plastic, I like to use millhill beading needles. They are very nice to work with. So yeah, I think that's it. Hope that was something interesting and different for you. If you have any questions, go ahead and leave a comment, and I will try to help you. Yeah, take care. Bye. Hi, me again. I decided to show you a few more projects that I have done, and one in progress. So this one, for example, this is a backpack that I did for my daughter. It was pre-made, so it was ready to go with a printed pattern here. So I just again followed the pattern and beaded this backpack for her. And this one I'm doing for myself, and here you can see how it is done. So you have a pre-printed pattern here, and here I started to add beads already. This one is not very easy because it is on a black base, and the colors are hardly distinguished, so the print is not very good, to be honest, because on these green wines, especially if it is not very good light, it is hard for me. This is why I've just done a few leaves, but I very like marigolds. Is my grandmother's favorite flower, so I really want to do this backpack for me, but unfortunately it goes very slow. So this is it is well made, very of a good quality, but I just need to make an effort. And this is a t-shirt for my daughter again. It is well loved, and it is not a very good shape anymore, but yeah, she loves it very much. It says Ukraine in Ukrainian, and the idea was the same. That was a pre-made t-shirt with a pattern on it, and I just followed the pattern. And in this case, the beads are, I don't know how they are called in English, they are not rounded, like a cut, sharply cut ones, and they are very shiny on sun, in sunlight. It shines very much, and my daughter loves it. So yeah, that will be it. I have more to show, but I need to stop. Yeah, so